Fightback. Welcome to Fightback. My name is Willie Lawson. We are the flagship show of fightbackmedia.com. And this is going to be a really short program. I just want to get into it a little bit with you. You know what? We make these grandiose statements. We talk about these great things that we want to do. We talk about all this stuff that's important, and then we get a lot of, a lot of listens, and a lot of attaboys, and a lot of stuff. But frankly, if we don't have the resources to do what we talk about doing, then this is really some sort of academic, intellectual, feel-good masturbation. And I'm not interested in anything that doesn't produce. Back in 2014, after the Florida State Seminoles won the national championship, that Tuesday morning, I experienced cardiac arrest. Was put on life support. Spent 3 days in a coma. 18 days later in the hospital, after coma, after renal failure, after triple bypass surgery, I got to go home. And you know what? And what I know is that life can be sucked away from you in an instant. When I sat down to watch that football game, I didn't have any idea that less than 12 hours later, I would be dead. I would be technically dead. I didn't have any idea. It never occurred to me, or it never occurred to anybody else in my life, that I might not survive the night. So, I tell you that to tell you this. So I don't really have any compunction or time, or I don't feel like, and I don't want to participate in any endeavor that is not going to produce. I don't want to. I believe that Fightback Media is a special endeavor, frankly, that has unlimited potential, that we can make changes in places where nobody else can make changes, that we can touch lives in places that nobody else can touch lives. I believe that. I really do. But what I also understand is this. I understand that all the things that we want to do are not possible if we don't have the resources to do them. When we talk about these things, how great they'd be, but if you don't have the resources to actually pull them off, then they won't happen, and then you're just, again, we're back to the whole academic and intellectual masturbation thing. Now we're just talking. Everybody's just talking. Wouldn't it be cool? You know what? And we do that a lot on the right. We talk about, golly, why don't black people understand that blah 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 blah? Why don't people in the urban community, why don't they understand blah 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 blah? And then we don't do anything. Then we wait for somebody else to do it. And frankly, that makes us as lazy and awful as the left, hoping that somebody else does what we should be doing. What we're hoping for is somebody with deep pockets to come in and do all the stuff that we'd like them to do, instead of banding together and doing it ourselves. A lot of us preach a good message of self-reliance and all that stuff, but when it comes to actually doing it ourselves, well, we're not as excited as we might be. We're not nearly as excited as we might be. I've been honest with you. I don't have the resources to do this myself. I do not have the resources by which to do all this myself. This is a huge project, and this is not an internet project that we can do over a weekend and get everything solved. That's not how this goes. We're talking about every project, every inner city project, every urban America, urban core project that we get speakers to, and that we get in front of, get some of the best urban voices in front of residents and stakeholders, is going to be somewhere between $1,500 and $4,500 to do. Every single one. The Republican Party is not coming to my aid. The Heritage Foundation is not coming to my aid. AFP is not coming to my aid. No major companies or entities are coming to our aid. You know what? We're going to have to do this on our own. All of us are going to have to do this on our own. I'll just be honest with you. Or it won't get done. And then we'll deal with mainstream media's destructive and dangerous narrative, pulling down America from the inside until it's not here, until it's gone. That's our choices. That's what the choice is. There isn't any other choice. There isn't any more time. There isn't any more time. I wish there were more time. I wish that we had another 10 years, but we don't. Turn the television on this morning. Turn it on to the Today Show or the CBS Morning News or Good Morning America, and then you tell me how much time you think we have left. Then you tell me how much time you think we have left. That we have plenty of time to put this together. www.fightbackmedia.com. www.fightbackmedia.com. It doesn't take a lot from any one person, but it does take something. All right. I'm going to let you go. We'll be back a little later. Thanks so much for coming. I hope this appeal wasn't too strong, but I hope it got my point across. We appreciate everything you've already done, and of course we appreciate all the stuff that you're going to do. Till we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself.